Hi, this is Chris from the Stephanie Miller Show. Please enjoy this exclusive clip from Political Voices Network.
And I keep going back to the media. Andrew tweeted, Donald Trump's obvious inability to maintain a regular campaign schedule should be a much bigger story. Will anyone ask him that today? Has anyone ever asked him, why are you orange? Let's just start with that.
When did you turn orange?
When did you decide to become orange?
It's a very nasty question. Never been asked such a question in such a nasty manner.
I love everyone saying that. Yeah. My wife asked me for the remote, and I said, first of all, I've never been asked such a horrible question in such a horrible manner. This campaign cycle's fun. Oh, Jim Gaffigan has been bandied to play.
He'd be a great
to play Tim Walz. I think that's a great.
I love that idea too.
Yeah.
Hi. Just a little correction for people on Twitter. Eau Claire may not be considered a red area, but it is represented right now by a Republican in Congress. So that's why we were saying right now, we need to flip that seat.
Yeah, there you go. Good God Above tweets, Donald is too old, too afraid to debate, and too tired to campaign. Hi, media. Remember how you treated Joe Biden? Remember that?
I also love that they think Joe Biden somehow is in hospice, but that he is going to commandeer and take over the DNC.
Yeah, he's going to parachute in. Yeah, he's going to rappel up the side. Right. Covey said, I think it's a brilliant move by the Trump campaign to have Vance, the most unpopular VP pick in the history of polling, campaigning in these crucial swing states and then trying to win over female voters by stalking the VP. Very stable genius in behavior, sir. Keep it up. His press conference, of course, he'll blame everyone else like he always does, right? I mean, this is just looks and smells and feels what a losing campaign smells like, right?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I think the energy around Kamala, everyone keeps saying this is Obama energy, but this is Kamala Harris energy. And I want to be clear on that. It may be reminiscent of how you felt then, but this is happening because of her and because of Walz. And so I want to make sure that she actually gets the credit where credit is due. We had our Obama moment, and I love that man, and I miss him dearly. This is Kamala Harris's moment, and I want to make sure she gets that.
Yeah. It's so funny. I was telling you the question I got to answer. The only fundraiser I went to was for her in 2020, and that was the question I asked her. I said, some people say you're the, female Obama or you're the black Hillary, but out here in California, we like to think of you as the first Kamala. I mean, and of course she had a great, thoughtful answer to that. But she really is just kind of rejecting all the labels and creating something brand new, and it's just thrilling. John Pavlovich said we could wake up November 6th and be free from this national cancer of MAGA. It's all in our hands. We are not going back. I mean, the we're not going back chance, just organic, just like fired up and ready to go were.
In order to do that, and I cannot stress it enough, do not walk into that voting booth and hit the presidential candidate, Kamala Harris, and then walk out. You have got to vote down ballot, because if we do not deliver her a House of Representatives and a Senate that's going to support her, all of this is for naught. So make sure that you vote down ballot blue all the way.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, check this out. Hey, Arizona boy.
Hi.
Somebody tweeted, Prez tweeted, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints just stated they are abandoning the Republican Party for this election. There are 2.1 million of them in Utah and almost 500,000 in Arizona. If a good percentage of them vote Dem, we could hold on to Arizona and possibly flip. I mean, it does feel like anything's possible this year, right?
It really does. I think Josh Hawley's in trouble. I think Ted Cruz is in trouble. I think Marsha Blackburn's in trouble. If people get out and vote, those are statewide races. So even if your state is gerrymandered, and we know there's a lot, I don't think there's red states. I think there's blue states and gerrymandered states. But if everyone gets out and votes in a statewide election, those senators that we want to retire, we can get them out of a job. You've just got to get out and do it. And I hope people really believe that this time their vote is going to make a difference, because I think a lot of people feel disenchanted in former elections. And hopefully this is not one of those times.
Well, remember we used to always talk about a blue wave. This really has the feel of a blue tsunami. Yeah. It really does. And we've still got time to build this sucker. So this election, I've just resigned myself. This election cycle is just going to make me cry continuously. Happy cry every day.
Absolutely.
About something.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I remember when the election came in 2020 and Biden beat Trump. I remember watching the TV like this. My friend of mine took a photo. I'm watching this. My hands are on my face and I'm just bawling. And I know the same thing is going to be happening in November. I don't think we're going to find out the night of, but I know within that week we're going to have a president.
If we have the landslide, I hope we're going to have. We'll see. I know
got all that effery going on down in Georgia, and that's why I'm worried about.
That's right.
I
know. what was I going to say? I remember I was hiking and it had been like cloudy and rainy and whatever. And I remember the exact moment the alert came on my phone. I swear to God, like the sun, the clouds parted, and the sun came out.
I just started telling neighbors. And
Yeah.
then my next door neighbors and my neighbors across the street, we all gathered together and everybody had bottles of champagne and we were just having a great time.
Yeah, but imagine the explosion. I mean, look at the explosion of joy this already is, right?
Yeah.
I-
Yeah. And like you said, 2 weeks in, we're going to get another explosion for the DNC. It's going to be very joyful. We're going to have joyful moments instead. And I mean, we probably won't get Hulk Hogan ripping his shirt off, but you know, we're going to have something. We're going to have something. We might
Yeah.
not have Scott Baio, but we're going to have something. But and then after that, I mean, just the road to November, it's going to be paved with joy. Every rally, every work job I have, I know is going to be electric in
Oh,
that
God.
room. I've got one in San Diego this weekend. It's the first one since they've announced Kamala's is the actual nominee, and that
Yeah.
Walz is going to be the VP. And I think it's going to be an incredible night.
Yeah. Oh my God, sexy liberal. I can't even tell you, Dana. Oh
Yeah,
my God,
right.
Atlanta was, right before that Atlanta rally with Kamala, right after Kamala was announced. I mean, the place, it's vibrating.
Yeah.
And then New York sexy liberal last weekend, forget it. And Chicago DNC, I think you're
Yeah.
right. It's just going to be. Okay. And by the way, the debate, 15, Claire McCaskill. Oh my God, I can't wait for the debate with Tim Walz and J.D. Vance.
It's the first time the Democrats haven't had a lawyer as a vice president in a very long time. He came back from college and on the GI Bill, and he stayed in his roots. He didn't go out and be created in some billionaire in Silicon Valley's lab, which is what JD, and totally funded by the Silicon Valley billionaire. So this debate, especially on the subject of IVF, is going to be a mic drop moment because, as we all know, JD Vance voted against protecting IVF, which is how Tim Walz and his wife Gwen had their child Hope.
Yeah. Ay, ay, ay. Remember a man from Hope? Bill Clinton? A child named Hope. It's just echoes of everything good in our past.
He does seem very unicorn-like.
The fake president
The
might be
dogs
up.
bark on the truth, by the way.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
do.
Yeah. It's their way of saying preach.